Pleased to be joined with Regina Pat's Associate Head Coach Ryan Smith after an exciting announcement here today from Regina Pat's General Manager Alan Miller with the addition of Dale Durkach, Max Paddock, Cole Stevens, and the re-signing of Pat's head scout Dale McMullen. Just give us your overall thoughts on how exciting today was for you and your family joining the Pats organization.
Yeah, it's been a great day. I mean, once this process started with myself and talking to Al and Brad, it's like I said in the press conference, it's a real privilege for me and my family. We're excited to join Regina Pats and can't wait to get started. And just the news of today, of all the announcements and staff is it's a real good staff. It's a lot of hockey guys that want to do the right things.
Explain to the fans just the experience that you bring to the Pats organization, and I'll briefly go over it. A lot of time as a head coach in the MJHL, general manager and head coach in the SJHL for 1 year, and obviously a ton of experience in the Western Hockey League as well. Won a championship as associate head coach with the Swift Current Broncos in 2018. Went to the Memorial Cup as well. Most recently, the head coach of the Spokane Chiefs. Also were with Medicine Hat as well. So just tell us about the experience that you bring to the Pats bench with Brad Herauf and Ken Schneider.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned all the places, the stops along the way. I think that's invaluable experience. You learn from others. You gain some experience with the guys that I've worked with in this league, and in particular Mark Lamb and Manny Vivro, Sean Clouston, Willie Desjardins, Adam Maglio. These are guys, my assistants in Spokane with Steph Legion and Dustin Donahue. So I've had the privilege to work with some really good people and some good hockey guys that have helped me along the way kind of shape who I am. And you have to be yourself, and that's all I'm going to be, is be myself. And I think I bring some upbeat attitude and, some accountability with, like I mentioned, I have a high value system, and I want our team to have that. And, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have, it's still a game. They still drop the puck the same way they do all the time. So we're not going to try and reinvent the wheel, but we want to get our players better. Like the guys mentioned, people have to take some steps. And I think the hockey team has taken some steps today by adding some of the people that were up at the table and in the crowd. So now the players will, have some more experience. Myself, Dale, Max, we're going to add to that. So we're going to build off what Brad and Ken and Al have done, last year. And like I said, patience it's the word I have to use. We want to win every game, and we're going to try and win every single game and do it the right way and build. And for me, I've had the experience of being an assistant. I've now been a head coach, and so I know what it's like to be in Brad's shoes. I think I can help him. I also think I can help Ken, and I want them to help me. I want to learn and grow and learn from Al and these guys as well. So I think continuing my development is an important part of the process.
Ryan, last thing before I let you go. Last year when the Pats announced the hiring of Alan Miller and the promotion of Brad Herauf, obviously with John Paddock retiring after close to 9 seasons with the club, they talked about the importance on how coaching has evolved over the years. And I remember Brad and Al both said the days of throwing the garbage cans and kicking stuff and throwing things all over the place to try to motivate your team are far and gone. Players learn and I guess take messaging from coaches a little bit different. In saying that, the one thing that I've noticed from this Pats coaching staff is they all kind of share the same coaching philosophy. In terms of your coaching philosophy, how do you think that will add to Pats head coach Brad Herauf, Ken Schneider, Max Paddock, and of course Tristan Fry as well, with Alan Miller leading the whole operations department, given that coaching has changed over the years, and as coaches have come along, it seems like they've had to adapt.
For sure, yeah, you're right. I mean, you can. There's still, like I said in the conference, there's accountability, and that's part of hockey and life. So, if somebody's not doing the right things, you want to hold them accountable. But I think there's a time and a place when you have to raise your voice and like you said, kicking garbage cans and throwing things around the dressing room. Those days are a bit gone now. They seem a little less effective. Our world is evolving as the players are. We're evolving as coaches. Every player's got to be coached a little differently. They're individuals. So, the group's coached as a team, but then you've got to find individuals. Some like to be talked to. Some need to be left alone. Some need to be shown video. Some need to be worked on the ice. So, I'm going to add some of that to the group, that, trying to find and get to know the players. And for me, it's a fresh start. So the players, I think, are in a good standing that, I haven't worked with them yet. So they can all start fresh with me. And obviously I'll listen to Al and Brad and Ken, but, I want to go in with, a clear mind and give everybody the chance to get to know me, but also me get to know the players.